It's the 20th of June 2015. John Mullock and I have come to Trefor Pier. We're the only ones interested because the rest of the club are recovering from a technical diving trip. Trefor Pier is partially collapsed, so there aren't any fishermen anymore, but surprisingly there's still a fair bit of life. These are some common prawns. Very bold little creatures. This is a female spider crab. There were a few of those. And as you can see, there's also plenty of aggressive males knocking about. These two were squaring off, but then I noticed behind a greater pipefish. And this is a velvet swimming crab. Often tons of these at Trefor, but not that many this time. But there were plenty of these lobsters. You normally see one or two, but we must have seen 10. All of them relatively small, except for this one, who is out and about, patrolling his territory, until he came into contact with a large edible crab. This is a snakelock anemone, and then we've got a couple of what I think are dahlia anemones. Not quite as plentiful as I've often seen them at Trefor, but then the current wasn't flowing particularly strongly. This is some kind of sea slug. I don't normally spot these, with the obvious exception of sea hares. No points for guessing this is a dogfish. There were loads of them under the pier this time. This is a sea scorpion. I don't know whether it's a long-spined or a short-spined. Apparently this fish can change colour to blend into its surroundings, and this is an example of it. This is a dragon net, and because it doesn't have a fancy dorsal fin, I assume it's a female. This is a greater pipefish hiding away, but you can just see his body there. About 2 foot long, this little thing. And you can see from its shape it's related to seahorses. And this is the second kind of pipefish you get at Trefor. This is a snake pipefish. This is a nice little view of a tom-pop blenny that sat there and let me photograph him. I'll be honest, I haven't got a clue what this fish is. Looks like a goby, but I can't recognise it from any of my books. So if you recognise the fish, please do not hesitate to contact me on the comments section. And now something topical. This is a Corkwing wrasse. It's a male. They build nests and then invite females to lay in them. A little bit like Spineless Sid on Springwatch. And then they spend all their time fanning the eggs. And they don't even give up their parental duties when the eggs have hatched. I saw these little fry underneath a Corkwing wrasse that I'd briefly chased off. And this is us returning after 75 minutes. And now I'm quickly going to run through some of the animals that I've seen in the past. Octopus, although not often, also little cuttlefish, spiny squat lobster, what they call a common squat lobster, but I've only ever seen one. I don't know what this is either. It looks like a lobster, but it's the wrong colour. Butterfish, plaice, and then a variety of starfish, whose names I must admit I don't know. And then this is just a little view of Trefor Pier in all its glory when the sun's out. Very pleasant place.